Hey, and welcome back to day 3 of our Unconditional Love series. Today, we're going to be going over the ways that we can actually start providing ourselves with some unconditional self-love practices. During the last 2 days, we learned what it means to love conditionally and unconditionally, and what the power of compassion can truly do when we transform it into our daily lives and practice it intentionally throughout every single situation that we find ourselves in. So yesterday, we talked about the golden rule, where we treat others the way that we want to be treated. However, this rule is very true to ourselves because we can only treat others the way that we treat ourselves. And we can really truly only love those around us as deep as we love ourselves. So let's focus on our self-love practices today as we dive into these. The misconception to self-love is that it's all about pampering yourself, your image, and everything that feeds you right now in this surface level basis, providing you the feelings of glamour, beauty, and false sense of confidence. But when all this fades, we actually end up realizing it was more of a distraction and deeply based in our ego conditional loving space. Whereas we seek the praise centered around false sense of confidence, the sense of power, and in some ways, it's our survival/conditioning that we've already been through in our life. This may actually be why self-love may have always felt selfish and self-righteous to you. Unconditional self-love is essentially stepping out of our self-serving space and stepping into our soul selves, where we receive the healing, the wholeness, and the real sense of love. I want to clarify, pampering yourself is not a bad thing. If it's your only outlet to giving yourself love and compassion, then we need to start finding ways to pour more into you unconditionally. That when you do choose to pamper yourself, it gets to be a bonus to the self-love practices that you've already unconditionally created. So in our soul work today, I want you to start to reflect on what we believe about ourselves and our lives. And then we're going to challenge those beliefs to see if they are truly beneficial to your unconditional ways of operating inside of your life, your health, and your happiness. The goal to unconditional self-love is to live your best life with knowing out of your wholeness that you are happy, you are healthy, you are peaceful, and you are truly empowered. This empowers you to enable your inner work and shift your life for the better to essentially make the world a better place around you. Remember, what is felt within is reflected throughout. One of the best sayings that I've ever heard was, as true self-love, it's not standing in front of ourselves with fear and judgment and contempt. Instead, true unconditional self-love is about walking beside ourselves in harmony and understanding. So let's dive into your soul work today. I want you to ask yourself here in question 1, how do you believe that you want to be loved? You can pick 2 or 3 keywords and just focus on those for now. I'll give you some time and space to do those, and then we'll move on to the next one. At any time, you can pause this video too if you need extra time. Okay, question 2. What does it feel like, look like, and sound like? What does love sound like? What does love that you want to receive feel like? And why do you want this type of love? All right, question 3. Each keyword above in question 1, I want you to dive into the specifics of this. And this may take you a little longer to do. So again, pause the video or audio at any time and follow the steps and diving really deep in to the spaces and the keywords of how you want to be loved. Okay, question 4. How do you want love to feel? Question 5. How do you want love to look like? What do you want love to look like? And question 6. How do you want love to sound? Yes, really think about it. How do you want love to sound? Finally, I want you to realize, are you currently loving yourselves in the way that you desired in questions 1 through 6? And if so, or if not, how can you begin to commit these loving practices to yourself in these ways that you've described above? Amazing. I want you to reflect into the soul work and realize the only one and only thing that connects all of this. And that is, in order to receive the feelings from others, we must be able to first fully and unconditionally love ourselves and pour into ourselves in these ways. And in the end, you'll realize you never really even needed or wanted these external validations of love. You really just needed to start providing them to yourself, for yourself, so that they then in turn get to be reflected throughout your reality. It was you all along that was seeking and longing for the ways to be loved, to be met, and to love yourself, for yourself, within yourself, in your inner unconditional self-love journey. I will see you in the next segment where we'll be going over practices that we can put into place to unconditionally love those around us. Great day.